Hey hockey player, welcome back once again for another episode of Ask Coach Garner. In this series, we're going to be going through questions that have been submitted by you guys, and I have only 90 seconds to answer each question, or else Kevin is going to cut me off. I'm going to have to move right into the next question. Let's get right into it here. First one is, what muscles help with acceleration on the ice? And this was asked by Coen. When it comes to acceleration on the ice, what muscles help with that? It's really a total body movement. You need to have strong and explosive legs, but a lot of people underestimate how much the upper body plays in acceleration mechanics as well. One thing that you learn when watching Olympic track and field athletes do their strength and conditioning is one of their drills is to just sit down on the ground and pump their arms. Arm pumping plays a huge role in the kinesthetic balance you need when propelling yourself forward with as much horsepower as possible. So unfortunately, when you ask me what muscles help with acceleration, it's total body. So you gotta have total body speed workouts that you can find on our YouTube channel or within our Hockey Skills Accelerator program. Next question. How often should an amateur adult hockey player perform hockey off ice and on ice training per week? So your off ice and your on ice training per week, it kind of depends, right? A lot of different amateur hockey athletes have different goals because they might not be taking hockey crazy serious anymore. So they might want to build a lot more muscle tissue. They might want to burn more fat. They might have more health-based goals, mobility goals. Maybe they just have some old knees and old hips that they don't want to hurt anymore. So the training frequency can vary in a lot of different ways here if I don't have access to more information. But in most cases, most of the time, 3 days per week of on-ice work and 3 days per week of off-ice work is more than enough. And that's exactly how I've designed the Men's League Annihilation program that I would recommend that you check out. Only 3 days per week of off-ice training covers your speed, your conditioning, and your strength all in one package. So check out the Men's League Annihilation system and then try and get on the ice another 3 times per week as well if it works in your schedule. Next question. What kind of diet should a teenage hockey player go by? And this was asked by Syed. What kind of diet should a teenage hockey player go by? Well, in the teen years, it's important not to get too crazy about diet because you're setting up your foundation for your relationship with food for the rest of your life. You don't want to be bringing any food rules. You don't want to have exclusion criteria. You don't want to be getting too crazy with anything. At your age, you've already got all the hormones you need in order to develop strength and muscle mass at a very fast rate. So simply just get some calories in, my friend. That's what you're gonna need right now. With how active you are at school, with how active you are in your off-ice training and your on-ice training, you just need to get it in you. But one thing that I see that teenage athletes miss a lot is protein and just water intake. So make sure you get 1 to 2 palm-sized servings of protein in at each meal of the day, and make sure that you're trying to have a minimum water target of half an ounce of water per pound of body weight per day. So if you're 150 pounds, your minimum will be 75 ounces of pure water per day. Next question. I'm an overweight guy, picked up hockey about a year ago. I'm wondering if you'd recommend a hockey-specific training regime to lose the weight as well as improve my hockey game, or if it's better to lose the weight first via traditional means of cardio and calories and then focus on hockey conditioning once I'm at a fitter level. This is from Joseph in Australia. Awesome question, Joseph. So since hockey training is not contradictory to fat loss programming, it's something I would absolutely combine into one. Because why wouldn't you, right? You might as well use your hockey-specific performance training program design and diet to get you leaner and become a better hockey player at the same time. They're non-conflicting. So definitely check out the programs at hockeytraining.com/programs. I would recommend the Hockey Skills Accelerator because you're going to get access to absolutely everything to fit your current needs. Next question. I am just getting started with the Men's League Domination package, and I'm curious to know what weights to start with for each of the workouts. Can you ballpark a number or suggest a good starting point? I have a small frame at 5'8" and 150 pounds and little to no workout experience. So when it comes to how much weight should I lift, It's a very open-ended question because people, when they are running my programs, I've got no idea how strong you are, right? Some people might be able to bench press 50 pounds. I might come across someone else who can bench press 150, and then you're going to have another athlete who might be able to bench press 300. This goes across all lifts in the gym. So since you are new to weight training, you have little to no experience here, never, ever, ever start with a lot of weight. You simply just start really light and then work your way up. So if I prescribed you a set of 8 to 12 in that men's league domination system, then start with a weight you know you can easily do. And then add 10 pounds, and then add 10 pounds, and then add 10 pounds until it becomes progressively harder. And then your reps from 8 to 12 should be your absolute hardest reps where you almost reach failure in that time frame. Start light, work your way up, and do that for every exercise. And then once you get more experience, you'll be able to self-select the weights yourself. Next, what is your opinion of taking creatine monohydrate? I'm a huge fan of creatine monohydrate. And hockey players are alactic aerobic athletes, meaning they are highly explosive athletes, but it's interspersed between periods of very low intensity movement. So for example, screaming away on a breakaway towards the net, letting a huge shot go, getting a goal, but then gliding back to center ice or gliding back to your bench and sitting down. Very high intensity interspersed with very low intensity. There's really no in between. Our high intensity movements are fueled by our phosphagen system and our glycolytic system, meaning they're fueled by creatine and carbohydrates. No hockey player should be on a low carbohydrate meal plan, and hockey players can absolutely benefit from creatine monohydrate. 3 to 5 grams per day, every single day, is ideally the mark here. No more than that, no less than that, and you will get a hockey-specific performance result because it meets the energy system demands of what you're going to be doing out in the ice. Last question of the episode. What are the best drills for a 14-year-old boy to increase his explosiveness and foot speed and overall speed? So when it comes to drills for explosiveness and overall speed, it's a bit of a mouthful, but I can summarize it pretty quickly into vertical power movements and horizontal power movements. Vertical power movements are going to improve the first step quickness and acceleration that you're talking about, whereas horizontal power moves, they're going to improve the top speed that you're talking about, but also the deceleration mechanics so that he'll also improve his agility. So vertical power exercises would be vertical jumps, they would be trap bar deadlift jumps, they could be squat jumps, they would be box jumps, they could be alternating split squat jumps. These are all vertical power-based exercises to improve first step quickness and acceleration. And then your horizontal power exercises would be your single leg broad jumps, your broad jumps, or even explosive horizontal hip thrusting movements, such as the barbell hip thrust or a good morning. Use lightweight weights with those and be a little bit more explosive, and you'll be developing horizontal power output. If you can combine vertical power with horizontal power, you've got first step quickness, acceleration, top speed, and also deceleration for improved agility. And while we're on the topic, that's a wrap for today. But I want you to click on the link in the comment section below because there's a free explosive hockey speed package just waiting for you with more information, free workouts, free videos, everything at your fingertips in order to become a faster hockey player. And if you like this video or you learned something, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. And don't forget to let me know your questions. All of you, hit me up in the comments section below. I will answer your question in the next Ask Coach Garner because I want to make you a better hockey player. Let's go.